I'm Amélie in Quebec, and I was first diagnosed with kidney cancer, stage 3, in at the end of 2018, and with stage 4, middle of 2020. What about you, Christine?
Okay, hi, I'm Christine from Manitoba, and I was diagnosed with stage 1 clear cell, the traditional clear cell carcinoma, back in August of 2020, so kind of mid-pandemic. Yeah.
And yes, how did you feel when when you were first diagnosed?
I think like anyone who hears that word, the cancer word, it was pretty devastating. I can remember exactly where I was sitting, what I was doing. Yeah, pretty devastating.
Yes.
How about you?
Yes, I was very sad and frustrated, of course, until the surgery. And after the 1 month recovery time, um, normal life was back. When it was the stage 3, of course.
Right.
When I was diagnosed with the stage 4, um, I was really frustrated. It's like life was telling me, this is your last chance now. You have to change and think about you, about health. And yeah, but the same day I've learned that I was stage 4, it's like I was facing a wall and I have two directions in front of me. If I turn left, you take the negative way. And if you turn right, you take the positive way. And decided to go positive, of course, because I have 3 kids. I have boyfriend, family that I love. So since the day one, I have taken positive. So, and the day after, we were planning to do other activities with the family, and we did it even if I just had the stage 4 diagnosed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's a great attitude. My first few weeks I struggled with keeping that positive attitude. I also in the same week I got a diagnosis of tumors on my thyroid as well, so I was facing multiple surgeries in a short amount of time. Um, so and I had just completed school. My I was trying to switch careers. I'm a scientist right now by trade, and I had wanted to become a teacher. So I had just graduated from teaching college and had a teaching contract, and I was so excited to be teaching with the kids. And then I got my diagnosis and knew I was facing at least two surgeries. Um, and I had to give up that teaching career in that moment. And so I had a lot of um, self pity moments that were really devastating. And it was kind of when I realized that I was too busy being self pity and I wasn't focusing on my family that I had to snap out of it and realize that I'm still mom. I still have to be there for my kids. They're upset because mom has cancer. Like you have no choice, right? Like I think as moms, you have to be positive.
Yes, of course. Yeah. We
Yeah.
want to protect our kids.
Yeah.
We don't want them to be sad or worry about us.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. For
Mm.
sure. So yeah, I think that was so yeah, I'm like you. I kind of stood at that wall staring at the two different directions and I took the wrong direction to start and I had to back up and go back and take that better direction in the long run and I'm glad I did. How did your kids deal with either of your diagnoses? Um, how did they take it?
I think they want to protect me. They ask me questions, especially when I do have some treatments or when I meet the doctor. But other than that, we don't talk about it a lot. They do have access to psychologists at
Hmm.
school.
Hmm.
But yes, I try to keep life as normal as I can with
Yeah.
positive, of course. Yeah. What about your kids?
Um, when at first they had a hard time, but I'm I for me, I just made, and it sounds terrible, but I made light of it, right? Like I made a lot of jokes and or I'd be like, "Oh, I'm not going to do that today because I have cancer, and so you get to do the dishes or whatever," right? Like you pull it out and you make it like just kind of funny.
Yeah.
And I think help normalizing it. Just they just became normal after that. Life just like they just slid back into their normal lives. I mean, we had obviously moments that were challenging, and they would go through behavior issues when they were angry or frustrated, but I was surprised at how resilient the kids were. Like
Yeah.
it's my oldest is 24, and it was actually her that I think had the most difficult time, whereas my younger two are 12, and well, they were 12 and 10 at the time when I was diagnosed, and um, they were really scared the first few days, and then when I was just normal, they were just good. Yeah.
From what you have learned, what helped you to keep forward?
Um, a lot of things. Um, I still look forward to switching my career. So I set my goals just further down the line. So um, looking like that has been the biggest help is just looking forward to stuff coming up and still planning stuff. Last year or last summer we planned a trip out to BC to go see my kids' grandparents, and so that was awesome. And so just making those plans, and um, sometimes it's challenging if you don't know if you're going to have treatment, or if you don't know if you're
Yeah.
going to have another surgery or whatever the case may be. It can be challenging to make plans, but for the most part, that's what has helped me is just living life ahead of, like, looking forward in life, I guess is what it is.
Mm-mm.
And how
As
about you?
you, I'm doing like you. I'm able to plan things, but not too far, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm able to see me like retired.
Oh,
I look to future
that
with
is so
have
awesome.
projects for my retirement. Yeah,
Yep.
so yeah, I need goals.
Yes. Oh, I hear you. Yeah, I hear
Mm,
you. I started thinking about I'm just finishing up another couple of courses. Just I took a couple of courses just to keep my toes in the water with teaching. And I'm just finishing them up, and I'm kind of like, what am I going to do in my like few minutes of downtime? And so my kids are asking me to start learning how to knit and do crochet and stuff. So I think that's my next project. And then I was like, that's perfect because when I retire, I'll just become this like old lady, crochet lady or whatever. And so I'm really looking forward to that too. So that's funny that you mentioned that because it's in my head too of retirement and all the things I want to do. And yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, we need that.
Oh, yes. So much so. Yeah, that's great.
Sometimes I do have some negative thoughts about when I heard somebody talking about something they will do like in 2 years or whatever, and I have a quick something in my mind that says, you won't be there. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to chase this thinking,
Hmm.
but it's hard sometimes because it's like rolling a roller coaster.
Hmm. How do you deal with the anxiety? Or do you have anxiety over
Yeah, I
all of
still have. Yeah.
it?
I'm reading some books about meditations. So I try to take deep breath and focus on my breath and chase the thought that make me anxious. But sometimes it's easy, but sometimes it's not easy at all.
Yeah.
So yeah. What about you?
I use a lot of the similar things. I do a lot of breathing. one of the things somebody introduced me to was square breathing, where you
Everything.
square breathing. So they have them on YouTube. So it's just you follow. They have different characters, but you take a breath in, and then you hold that breath for the same amount of time it took you to take the breath in, and then you slowly let it out, and then you hold an empty lung for the same. So
Oh,
it's like a 4-step breath process. I find that one actually works the best because you really have to think about your breathing the whole time. It's not just breathe in and breathe out. So that one I find works really well. But like you, it's not perfect, right? Like it there are
no.
days where it's great and days where I can't like I still have a hard time. So
I would like to be able to take some walks outside, to do more physical activity. I think it would help me a lot with
mhm,
anxiety. But right now, I don't feel like I have the energy for that.
yeah.
Or maybe
Yeah.
it's just my mind that doesn't want. I'm lazy a little bit.
I hear you. Well, kids and just running a house is enough, right? Like that's
Oh, yeah.
it's so much already as it is. I don't know. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But I do enjoy walking. That is something. One of the first things I did when I was starting to feel better in the summer was we would go. I would take the kids for their hikes, and that was fantastic. Like it was such a good feeling to be back outside. And um, what I did at first, when I had no energy, is even I would just walk to the end of my driveway and back just to get outside and feel like the sun. So,
Something that helped me to keep positive is, and I tell this sentence to everybody who I talk about my cancer because they always, oh, you have cancer, you are a fighter, you have to, you know.
yeah, yeah,
And the only thing I say is that, as long as my kids are good and healthy, there's no problem. Yes,
yeah.
I most prefer to have cancer than cancer is on their little bodies.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
I don't
I hear
know
you.
how I will be able to live with that. So, and
Yeah,
yeah, and the other thing is, uh, I prefer to have cancer and knowing that I will die in 2 years from cancer than dying with a car accident tomorrow. You know,
yeah,
I
yeah,
think cancer is a chance to do whatever we wanted to do and to say everybody that we love them, and it gives us time to, yeah, to live a good life before to die.
yeah, yeah. I hear you. That's yeah.
My oldest brother died in a motorcycle accident.
Okay.
Yeah, and now I do have cancer, so it's very hard for my parents right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so we have time, my mother and myself, to do activities because she's retired. So
Yeah.
we enjoy life together. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I love that. Like, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you just never know, right? Like, and that's the thing I tell my kids. I said, yeah, like, I mean, I don't because I'm still in a good position. Like, my long-term outlook is relatively good right now. But even when I was first diagnosed, I said, anything can happen any day, right? You just don't
Yeah.
know. So it when you get that cancer diagnosis, it makes you appreciate the time you have more, and
Mhm.
that's incredible to me. Is just focusing on those moments and really appreciating the moments you have,
Yep.
which is
And any kinds of moment. It can just be the light in the morning of the sunrise in
yep,
the fall. And and I said every time to my kids, look at the light, the sun. There's some colors, and we just take 2 minutes of enjoying life together. How
yeah.
beautiful it is, and yeah,
I have to stop myself and be like, you know what? I don't need to. do this activity today. Like this isn't something that has to be done. I'm gonna go downstairs and cuddle my kids and watch a movie. And
Yeah.
right? And I
Mm.
I have to actively work to tell myself that, but I am telling myself that though, right? Whereas before cancer, I wouldn't. I'd be like, I'm sorry guys, like I'm too busy tonight and that's it. Whereas now it's no, okay, let's go. Like I'm gonna drop everything I'm doing and you're my focus. And
Oh yeah. Same
you
for
know,
me. Mm.
yeah. And that's just having that in life, I think, is having that ability to do that in life right now is really important. And I'm glad that that's still there.